Hello, Markee Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and welcome to another episode of my EVE 30-day challenge. Would you believe that in this time I already hit number one most wanted? It was very surprising to me that it happened, and but we're going to run with it. And on top of that, so this all started with being that we were going to go, let's see, I was talking to some of the guys and I said, if I can hit $2.5 billion in my bank account, which my bank account is looking pretty fat. It is over $2.5 billion. In fact, it's $2.68 billion. That I was going to go into null space for 3 days, and for at least 3 days, and really try and have some adventure there. And so, anyway, I'm expecting, well, it'll take a little bit of time to get that amount of money or whatnot. 30 seconds later, bam, it hit. And so my buddy Brian, yes, good old Brian, he actually ponied up the money, and then next thing I knew, here I am at the 2.5, and I'm like, crap, I wasn't necessarily ready. I thought that I was going to have a little bit more time to get prepared for that, and but not. So anyway, then we were talking about the actual bounty and the bounty board, looking at how that worked and everything. And Brian had to go and bump me up on there again, posting $1 billion on my bounty. And so we're all laughing about that and everything, and just kind of fantasizing about what it would be like to be number one on the bounty board. And kabam, anonymous bounty. And the guy's name was Anonymous Bounty something. I forget what the last part of his name was. He put a 60 billion ISK bounty on my head, propelling me to number one, and giving me a oh shit pause moment. Like, what the hell have I just gotten myself into? So, anyway, there we have it. So.
Markee, do you
Yes.
know what the previous record is for largest bounty?
What is the previous record?
20 billion.
Well, no, actually there was a guy in there who has 50 billion.
No, placed that in one go.
Oh, in one shot? 20
Yeah.
billion. So, wow, that's, whoever that was, I actually, the Summer Blink guys say that they didn't do it. But if I had to guess, I would say it was them. But I don't really know. So
I don't know. I remember there was somebody on your live stream who was asking if you want to be the number one wanted person in EVE, and he was like, he's gonna do it if you want it. And then I think somebody said, "Oh, that." And then you made his offer. If your bounty goes higher, then you go into
right. I didn't.
And then in that moment was bam. He just made it.
I didn't believe him. I thought they were full of bullshit, whoever was saying that. I thought that there ain't no way that that somebody is gonna spend that much, because my bounty is now worth what did we figure, $2,400, $2,600, something like that. It's very high, and so anyway, I was going to start off today by just kind of going through a couple of the the bounty stuff that's come in, and just call out who's actually put bounties on me, and who actually has sent me some money. I found this morning, a player donation here of I think that's 5 million ISK from Tass Lithana, and he says a fan of mine said I was worthy. Don't know who he is, but okay. So, okay. Now, let's see here, and I've got 28 more bounties that have, bounties that have come in here. Ink Alex placed another million. It looks like 100,000 from Yami Tessariel, and Yami just wanted to spam me. Yami spammy. Oh, Lewis Stone 100,000. Gosh, a bunch more from Yami. Whoopsta won 5 million ISK bounty on my head. It's a new name. Boogies. Oh, Boogies. Now, Boogies, he actually popped me one of the times, I think. He was there with Jackson, Leah Jackson, or what's that other person's name? That got me a couple of times. So he put 3 million on my head. He's probably hoping to claim that back. So
That's going to take a while.
yeah, it is. Here's my understanding of bounties: is that in order to collect the bounty is directly proportionally or directly related to the value of your ship. And
Yes.
so if my ship is valued 100,000, let's just say 100,000 ISK, they're not going to get this $2 billion or ISK reward. They're only going to get what, 100,000 or something like that?
Yes, the 100,000, and if it's more than one person who blows you up, then that amount gets split between them.
Okay. So it's going to take a while to work this off, unless I start flying shinier ships.
Yes. But even with capital ships, you're gonna need it. Let's say if you fly like a dreadnought, it costs something around 2 billion, so you need to lose at least 30 capital ships to get rid of your bounty.
I have a feeling that my bounty is not going to it's never going to go away. I mean, I assume that eventually I'm going to be, flying some really high-end ships that are worth a lot. But at the same time, I don't know. It just, to me, at the same time, how long is it? I mean, here's what's going to happen: is I think more people are going to continue to place bounties, and the bounties may be placed faster than what it's going down, what it's being redeemed. And so that's kind of how I see it happening. But I don't know. We shall see. Tiana Vorms 100,000. Goodness. Tyler 100,000, Garda 100,000, Alphos Schreiber 100,000. These are all pretty small in contextual relation to everything. I know that 100,000 for some people is a big deal. So Temich Shizik, I'm going to mess some of these up. He did a couple of them. Noceum Hesperito. I'm not even pronouncing these things right. He did 10 million. So, and it looks like one more bounty has come in while I was talking. Ubrex, 100,000. Okay, so, more money's come in too. It's funny how that happens. Oh, 10, that's 10 million. Oh, from Incani. Are you here? Incogni. God. Well, you know what? I just have to tell everybody up front, I am horrible at reading names and remembering them. I'm even worse at remembering them. So
we need people to stop giving you bounties and putting some ISK in your wallet so you can delete that bounty sometime in next year.
Yeah, the way I figure it is that as I learn to fly these ships, these bigger ships, I'll continue, as long as I have money, I will continue to fly the bigger ships and just really push things as far as possible on the whole limits of the game. honestly.
Who needs money when you got someone like Brian?
I know, Brian is so damn generous. I feel guilty. He's given me a lot of money. So, and you know, some people are just very generous. So, although I think that how much has he given me compared to the bounty he put on me? The bounty may be bigger. Okay, so let me just take care of a customer order here, and then I'm going to take a look. I have one thing left. On Saturday, we had this problem that I couldn't get into the ship that was built for me because I was missing one key component, and so I've been training it up and everything, and I have one more book to train up. I only have to get this other book up to skill 1. It's the Caldari Cruiser to be able to fly this other ship. And but the problem is I have to be level 4 on Caldari frigates.
Frigate.
Yeah, and so I'm waiting on that last one. It has like 8 hours left, so I can't fly those yet, but I will be able to tomorrow. And so I'm looking forward to that because I got those ships in there, and I know nothing about them except that I assume it's a little bit more powerful than what I've been flying. So
Bigger, slower, and they handle quite different than the frigates actually.
really, so and you say it's slower, but does it have good shields?
Yep.
Yeah. So I assume
Yeah.
that's why they were building that for me for our big fleet play when they assumed that I was going to get blown up first thing, and I made it the whole time, mind you. So,
Well,
just
the
saying.
fact that the thing is, sitting in a bigger ship isn't automatically better in Eve because you might be able to sit in a ship, but let's say you can't fly it, which means you don't have the skills to fit it properly, put in the right guns and armor resistance or armor repair or shield boosters or anything. So it will make it in the beginning a bit harder to fit. So you're gonna have to pull up some other skills into the right level so
Well,
you can fit it properly and use it
actually,
properly.
you know what happened was that Rolas sent me a list of all the skills that I needed. He said, "I'm going to have you fly this ship. Here's everything you need." And I went and trained all of those, except I didn't have the ship itself as a skill.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was there Saturday.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, I think that that it'll be good to. I'm going to go out and see what I can do here. So, okay. So I'm just going to leave this Caldari Cruiser book here because I don't want to lose it. I think that one actually cost me quite a bit.
Not really.
I
You
think
can
it was
get
like
them pretty
$500,000.
cheap.
I
Look
think.
who's talking.
Well, yeah. I'm being stingy with my money. Thank you. Yeah, it was $500,000 is what I paid for it, and yeah, I know in the whole scheme of things. Okay, you know that rich old man down the street, you know that dies rich and still lives in the same small house and everything because they're so conservative. Well, that's what I'm trying. I'm trying to be very conservative here because I don't know I don't know what's ahead. Maybe that's why people save like that so incessantly is because they have fear of the future, and they just want an out if they need it, and so they may have millions of dollars in the bank, but still live in a small little house and everything, and they just have that's their security blanket, that's their peace of mind, and then they die with it. Hopefully, if I decide to quit this game, I will give away everything I've got. But actually, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think I'm going to be quitting the game. So,
Well,
okay.
think about it this way: you're gonna need all the ISK later on if you really want to get rid of the bounty, because you need the money to buy the bigger ships.
Yeah. So, and I am going to at some point, probably at some point, I'm going to take about $1 billion of this and I'm going to give it to another character that is an alternate character of mine who will be working on the markets. And so I'm going to kind of document that, and I'm going to start with 1 billion, and I'm just going to see what I can turn that into in like 30 days, especially not knowing anything. I think that'll be another fun little sub thing to do, and I think it'll be good. Okay, so let's see here. This is really going to hamper. You know, I just thinking about this, haven't run the delay. You guys won't be able to see what I'm doing, and so that could really hamper your guys advising me on where to click. So,
I'm sure we're gonna work it out some way.
yeah. Okay. So, okay. Well, I am going to. Let's see. Where am I going to go? There's a map function here, and so I'm bringing up the map. Okay. When I'm looking at the map, can somebody explain to me what I'm seeing when I look at the map?
Like if you just open it up the first time, then you're gonna see the whole EVE universe with all the single solar systems, and then you have another little window that says World Map Control Panel.
World Map Control Panel.
Yeah, it should be a small little window that opens up too if you open the map.
Let's see here. Small little window that opens up. If I open, I don't see it. How small
There's
is
several
this?
buttons on it: close map, solar system, flatten map, search, star map.
Okay.
If not, then just close the map and open the map again.
Okay. Let's see here. Map. And then map. No, I don't have anything like that here. What is that? Oh no, I just hovered over something and something else opened up. But I have nothing like that I see.
Check your sidebar. Maybe it's minimized.
Yeah.
World Map
So
Control Panel. Yes,
icon.
it opened minimized. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, okay, so now I'm not sure. I can see that these are all the points in space that I can fly to. Would that be correct? Is that what each dot is?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And each one of these is a solar system.
Yes.
Okay. And what do the different colors mean?
The different colors mean the security status of the different solar systems.
Okay.
So red is bad, green, blue is fine.
Oh, red is bad. So that's where I want to go today, right?
Exactly, that's low sec or no sec.
Okay. Okay. And
But you can change the view too if you go on. You have the different tabs like search, star map, and solar system map. If you go on star map,
okay, I'm there.
and then the first under tab is stars,
Under tab stars, okay.
and then you have different things you can pick there: actual color, DD agent site, and then you have on the bottom of the list on the region you have security status. Now if you click on security status, then now you see the security level or the status of those systems, which pretty much in the middle centered is the Empire with all the high sec systems, and all around surrounding spaces is low sec, and the no sec regions, which should be pretty much red all around.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so and then what, so I'm seeing these different things listed here, like the Jove Empire and Venal and stuff. And are these, why are they named? Why do I see the names here? What is it that I'm supposed to know about that by seeing it?
Those are the different regions and the constellations.
Oh,
You see the
constellations,
regions.
okay.
Those are the different regions, and each region either belongs to some alliance or corp or whatever they're holding it, or it's just named.
So Jove Empire is an actual corp or alliance?
No, the Jove Empire is like a secret race. It's a hidden race. It's unknown aliens, and they were in EVE way before, but their systems were locked, and that's what they put in now with Yeah, CCP testing grounds. Somebody wrote in TeamSpeak. Yeah, it's a hidden race. There were some ships that were giving away shuttles for special events, and the devs are using those Jove ships. They're like overpowered god ships, kill in one shot and stuff.
Hmm.
And the wormholes, well, no, that's just a different race. The wormholes, those are the sleepers, but some people say, yeah, that might be some have to do with the Jove too.
It's
Okay.
all lore.
So if I were to what would be a good area to kind of go to for nullsec? Or is all of it just really bad?
It
Not all of it's
depends
bad
on.
because it's occupied by a lot of different communities.
Mm-hmm.
There is an area of nullsec that is friendly to outsiders and that won't kill you on sight.
Okay.
Then there's the part of nullsec that is held by the big bad alliances that will kill you on sight.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So if I'm going to be traveling up through here and seeing things, my ship that I have right now, which is I forget what it's called. I'm just wondering if I'm going to go up in a nullsec and tootle around, should I be looking at switching into a shuttle that's quick, or see, I don't even
Well,
know
it's
what
up
I'm
to
going
you
to
what
do
you
when I'm
wanna
up
do.
there.
It's up to you what you wanna do in nullsec, but you should have at least a ship that can shoot. So going in their shuttle won't make a big
Okay, so
fan.
my ship that I have right now, let's see, I want to get out of the map here. My ship that I have right now is, gosh, what is it? What is it called?
Should be a frigate. I don't know if
Yeah,
you're still in the Rifter or in the Kestrel.
yeah, it's a frigate. It's a rifter, and so if I'm going out in this, chances are that most anybody else I come across is gonna wipe me out. Would that be a fair statement?
Yeah, it could happen. Could happen. It depends on what the policy of those alliances is who are holding the systems. Some people are NBSI, which means not blue shoot it. So if you're not friendly, you're gonna get killed instant on sight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you can do if you still have the map open,
I can open it up again. Okay.
and then go on the star map tab and then the stars tab.
Okay.
And there are those different folders you can open up: autopilot, my information, planet, services, sovereignty, and statistics. If you go on statistics,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
there you see different things you can pick, like average pilots in space in the last 30 minutes, or escape pods destroyed in the last 24 hours. And if you click one of those, like escape pods destroyed in the last 24 hours,
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh,
then
look
you
at
see
that.
that the biggest and brightest circles are solar systems where the most pods were destroyed in the past 24 hours.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So like in Jita, 211 pods killed in the last 24 hours. So kind of this way you get an idea where to go, where it's safe, where not a lot of people were potted, so you can
Mhm.
kind of like guess
Mm-hmm.
that it might be somewhat safe to go that way.
Mm-hmm. And are the branches on the outside, are they typically, there's some areas here on the outside where it looks like it's several hops in to get to them, and there's no other routes to the end of them. And would those be typically gate camped, stuff like that, like the entrance to the corridor?
Yes, yes. Those are usually watched. I mean, you have sometimes in some regions you have kind of pockets set up. It's like made out of 3 solar systems, and there's like only one solar system at the end. Then
Mm-hmm.
usually they watch. There's usually only one gate you can jump into the one system that's spread out to the other 4, and they usually watch those pipes. That's at least how we used to do it when I was back then in an OSSEC alliance, and we caught people in there. You know, we had miners sitting in there who were mining, and then there were people coming in to kill the miners, and we were waiting for them at the gate. So everybody who came through got shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you have to expect those kind of things. That usually, and where you have entrances from low sec to null sec, those gates are watched pretty well too, because that's where the most traffic goes through, and people buy things like in high sec, and that's the only way to get to their null sec system.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, so I can just pick a point on the map here, I assume, and just tell it that I want to go there, or let's see, how does that work?
Yeah, you can just pick one, right click on it, set destination.
I don't seem to be able to set destinations to this. I was up looking at the Jove Empire area. Oh, but maybe there's no way in there, huh? Maybe that's why I can't
The
set.
Jove space is locked off. There's no way to get in at
Okay.
the moment.
Okay. So that makes sense. Okay, well, I'm just trying to kind of look for some place that might be good to go explore, go to. I'm probably never gonna make it. I'm probably gonna die, but you know. Let's see here.
Let me see if I can pick a system for you. That might be easier.
Markee, what's the worst that can happen?
I die.
What's the best that can happen? You'll die anyway.
What's your point?
Just pick a point and be happy with it.
Yeah,
Make
well,
a decision.
I'm having trouble picking a point. When I'm looking at the map, and I hover over one of the little dots, a little pop-up comes up, and then if I hover over that, then it talks about the moons and the planets and everything. But I haven't been able to select any of those as a destination. And I'm not sure why.
If you just right click on the dot, should work though.
Right click on the dot. It doesn't do anything when I right click on a dot. When I left click on it, I left clicked on it and something, I'm not sure what happened there. Yeah, I don't seem to be able to do it. And I don't know why.
Okay, we're gonna do it a different way. I see where you are now on the map, so I can pick a null sec system in your reach.
Markee, you should be able to right click on the dots.
Ah, you would think so. Oh, there we go. I had to double right click on it. Okay, so I'm able to set a destination. Okay, I'm going to set a destination now. And then it shall be interesting. We'll see what happens. I like how it colors all this up, showing me my route. And I have there's a lot of jumps. But I have a lot of very red route. So
It means you're heading in the right direction.
it means I'm heading the right direction. Awesome. Okay, so let me close the map here, and gonna do this. Okay, I don't have anything here. Let's see here. I want to check how my ammo is. I think I've got plenty of ammo, but just in case. Yeah, I got plenty of ammo. Okay, well, here I go. And now anyone watching the stream won't know until 10 minutes after I've been by. They'll be like, oh shit, there's Markee, and then they can watch themselves chasing me 10 minutes past.
Well, as soon as you get close to the null sec system, you will already on the watch. So people will know that you're coming.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
have good intel, and they have an extra intel channel usually.
Yeah, it's interesting. And there's a lot of people who just stay logged in all the time watching something, and they just wait for something to happen, and then they take action, and what do they do with the rest of their day? You know?
Well, in null sector, there's a lot of stuff to do since they put in all this sovereignty stuff that when you own a system, you can build it out the system. So if you're a miner or producer or going more for military, like in case of military, you can, in all cases, you can set up different devices in your system. And if you go ratting, then like the rats in the belts become stronger each time, so you get more bounty for them, better loot, and but it works same for mining. Then there's more valuable ore or minerals on the moons and planets. So people have a lot of stuff to do in OSEC. So
Mm-hmm.
and usually you have people who are mining, and then you have people who are flying through the belts, ratting, and they also have an intel channel. So as soon as somebody pops up in local, they post it in the intel channel if you're a friendly or neutral.
Oh, okay.
So and that usually everybody in the alliance has that chat channel open, the intel channel, and so that moment everybody in the alliance will see that you enter the system.
Okay. Well, shall be interesting. Okay. Now I've hit one of those jumps where I couldn't make it all the way. I'm just sitting out here in the middle of space now. Oh, look at that. So I didn't know this, but I mean, I just learned this, that when you can't jump all the way, my ship stopped in the middle, and then it said warp drive active, and now it's jumping again, all on its own.
Yeah,
So-
wait till the capacitor is loaded up enough to jump.
It didn't, whenever we did fleet, the fleet jumps, that didn't work the same, I don't think. I think I had to complete it the rest of the way on my own.
Yeah, I remember that you were stuck in the middle of the system.
Yeah. Okay. Still got a little ways to go to get in there, and I'm heading to an area called Pureblind.
Oh yeah, that's a nice spot.
It's a nice spot. The view is good.
Yeah.
Hula dancers on the planets. Martinis.
Pure Blind, I was there before with my alliance a while ago, but they don't hold that area anymore. I don't know. It's a long time. I didn't play for a year. I just came back to like 2 months ago. So yeah, it changed a lot. Holders, it changed a lot. People, all the fighting and the wars going on in Ulsec for the regions.
What's it like to leave the game for a year and then come back?
Warp drive active.
It's like bike riding. You don't really forget it. After a couple of days, you're back in again. But then it also depends on how much changed. And since I played, there were quite a few changes, but you get back into it really quick.
That's why you should try out mining. Nothing really changes, and if something changes, you just buy it.
Yeah, I need 75 ships though. That really intrigued me, the guy with the 75 ships. Very much so. So.
What you should think about doing before you enter an Ulsec in one of the low-sec systems, maybe place your medical clone somewhere.
Oh,
So if you get killed in Ulsec, you don't have to fly all the 20 jumps again, or I don't know how far you are at the moment from the Ulsec.
yeah. Well, right now I'm just adventuring, but also I think that I wonder if I can't remember if I bought some stuff so that I could run a cloak. So, yeah, I don't know where to set myself. I think that though, we talked about doing some PvP tournament today, a little bit, and
Yep.
Yeah, and Prime, was that you that was going to run that, or who was
Yes,
that?
it was.
You, okay. And so, what is your plan for that today?
Well, the plan is to get all the people who signed up, move them off to an undisclosed location, and have us murder each other until there's one person left standing.
Oh,
Then he's going to jump on that one person, kill it, and mail the prize later on.
Is this like Hunger Games?
Yes.
Kind of. It's 1v1 fights until we get to the #1 winner, who will then get a big fat check of ISK.
Okay. That won't be me. I don't have that kind of confidence in my fighting abilities. I have confidence in my running abilities. I have proven that I know how to run. But
Well, I matched you up against new people, so they're about as experienced in shooting other people as you are.
okay. So when are we starting this?
I am trying to make sure we are all online and ready to go when for about 18:30 is when I had planned on starting it.
18:30. So 2 hours from now.
Yes, and the system name will not be given until the start of the tournament,
Okay.
just for security purposes,
Yeah.
so we don't get camped.
So you should show up a bit early, prepared.
Me, and just pop everybody as they come into the sector.
Not just you, everyone. They should come in prepared with all their ships.
Yeah. How many ships am I gonna need?
1 or 2. If you make it into the last few rounds, we will need to determine who is 3rd and who is 4th. So those guys will have 1 extra fight.
And how does one? Do I put a ship like in my cargo hold, or how do I get a ship out to that location?
You can fly it out manually, drop it off in a station, then fly back in a pod and pick up your other ship.
Yeah. Okay. Okie dokie.
Or somebody with a transport can fly the ship there.
That, or someone with an industrial ship can haul out a bunch of stuff at once for you if you cannot do it yourself or want to stay safe and not use a pod.
But it's not really going to work. We don't know the system. It's not going to be given out.
Nope, but the guy who is running the tournament has a big fat industrial ship.
Seems like he's raking in some ISK on the transport
No,
service.
transporting for the tournament will be done free of charge.
Warp drive active.
All the missed opportunities.
There has been no shortage of missed opportunities.
Okay. So, I'm getting closer. I'm in green space right now. I'm just about to enter yellow. I've not seen any hostile targets yet. I'm sure I will, though. I just have a feeling. Now, what does it look like when someone is just claiming that amount of that space, and you know, how do they appear on like the local?
It'll appear as just someone, like if they have sovereignty in that system, they won't have any special appearance. But in the top left corner, when you see when you see like the system name, it'll show who owns sovereignty of that system.
Oh, okay. So, like I'm in Keymerk right now, and it says Arnont, Concord Assembly.
Yep, so Concord Assembly is the sovereignty holder of that system.
Okay.
And other alliances will pop up there, like Goonswarm or Pandemic Legion. They'll have their name in that area when they hold sovereignty.
Okay.
Warp drive active.
You know, maybe I should be carrying a big giant bomb on me. I don't know. I don't even know that that's a real thing, but I was just thinking, you know, so that it's like a booby trap, so that when somebody goes to take me out, I blow up and I possibly take them out as well.
Well, there's something similar, a smart bomb
Mm-hmm.
you can use. It's good against frigates. If you put them on a battleship, you can put 4 or 5 on them. And it's kind of like a blast radius around your ship. It's pretty good to take out frigates pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
Or fly a stealth bomber, but you need the skills for that first. You can drop bombs with a pretty nice blast radius.
Mm-hmm. Now, how would a bomber work? I mean, you just releasing like mines into space, or?
Yeah, sort
Bombers
of.
are a little bit different compared to other ships, but basically they launch a very slow projectile that does very large area of effect damage when it does explode.
Okay. And do they if they're too close, they take damage themselves, I imagine?
Yes, but it's kind of hard to do if you're even slightly educated on stealth bombing.
Yes. Well,
Yeah,
I would blow myself up because I am not slightly educated yet on bombing.
All you have to do is shoot your bomb and don't continue in that direction that you fire the bomb in.
Oh, yeah. Well, that should be interesting. So, okay. So, yeah, because I was just trying to think of, you know, what's the difference between like a missile that flies out to something and hits something and explodes, as opposed to a bomb. Bombs usually go and land on land.
Bombs are like grenades, very slow, short range, and you can walk into your own grenade. Missiles are kind of like very slow bullets.
Right. They just tend to be smarter, though. They don't typically come back and target who fired
well,
it.
in terms of Eve, a missile is a direct hit projectile that directly hits the ship, and a bomb is more a passive projectile that explodes, and you hope it's close enough so the ship gets into the blast radius.
Mm-hmm.
Warp drive.
Okay. Next.
And what somebody else just mentioned on TeamSpeak here in chat, bubbles.
Mhm.
I think Rollers and some others already told you the other days that if you get a nullsec, there are those warp disruption bubbles that people tend to put up when you come through a gate, and which means you can't warp away.
And so, what do you
watch out
do
for
at that point? Then you pick a point in space
At
and
that
try.
point, yes, you align somewhere or pick a point in space, put on your micro warp drive, and try to get out of the bubble as fast as you can. And as soon you're outside of the bubble, just hit the warp so you can warp to that target you were flying towards.
Okay, that makes sense.
Or fly back to the gate without engaging anybody and just jump back through the gate to the system you came from. Usually that's a better way because it's shorter than flying out of the bubble.
And oftentimes you can try to fly out of the bubble, but the object you're warping to is, again, on the other side of the bubble, and it'll pop you back inside the bubble again.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I'm next gate. I'm in to orange space. So now what is orange compared to red?
Orange is low sec, kind of like.
Okay.
Well, orange is where the gates have guns and the stations have guns. So even there, if you get aggressed, the aggressor gets shot by the guns around the gate. And then in red, which is usually 0.1 or completely zero systems, null sec, there are no guns around the gates anymore, so nothing that protects you.
Well, and it says that my final destination, the security status is actually negative 0.2.
Yeah, that's new to me. I haven't seen it before. I only know till nullsec. I don't know what these new ones are with the negative. I can't remember seeing those, so I don't know, maybe somebody else can explain that.
It changes around a bit, but it's still nullsec, so everything below 0 is still nullsec.
I'm just wondering how it can get worse than 0. Worse than bad, you know?
It can go negative.
In 0 space, nobody cares if you're alive or dead. In -1, people are happy when you're dead.
I saw people with skulls flashing next to their names.
Yeah,
What does that mean?
Warp
They're
drive.
they're
bad
bad guys.
They're
Yeah.
bad guys. Oh my god, I better run.
Yep.
They're very
Don't
bad
make
people
friends
and
with
have made bad life decisions.
Yes, okay. And then I have a new thing that's popped up here that says factional warfare, Galantine Federation. Does it mean I'm in the wrong Federation space because I'm...
No,
Galante?
factional warfare is in some systems you have modules like stations, NPC stations, or player-owned stations, and you can fight for those to get the sovereignty over the system.
Okay.
If things go right, someone will claim that system, and then right now, let's say it's Galente, and Kaldari might take it over.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of different little symbols underneath that.
Warp drive.
Looks like, let's see, +1 to all existing station slots in system, broker fees on market orders reduced by 10%. Medical clones cost 10% less.
Yes, it depends on which faction is holding the system. If it's the same faction as your race, then you get bonuses, and if it's an enemy faction, then you have penalties, like reduced warp drive speed or reduced capacitor or all different kind of stuff.
Interesting. And then there's Dust 514 districts. Uh-oh, war targets. What are these? I don't know what these are. Oh, they're just NPCs.
They can probably still kick your ass and the ship, but they won't pod you.
Warp drive. active.
Okay, I have another hostile in the territory here.
Markee, keep your eyes on local so you can see how many people are in that system. So you can estimate how dangerous it is. If you see like 5 people in there, you can say, alright, that's not too bad. But if you see like 50 people in there, you should probably get out as soon as you can.
Yeah, so I see like 5 in this one, and I've got one person that's got a little flashing skull next to him.
And don't trust anyone if they say, I'm friendly, shoot them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like War Z.
I know, War Z, man. I'm friendly. Oh yeah, come on over. You want to join us? Pop.
Shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next jump is into the red.
Warp drive active.
And there's only me and one other person here in this system.
The reason behind why it's red is because it's painted by the blood of those that died.
Okay.
You make an addition to that.
Now, here's something here I've not seen on... Yeah, thanks. Here's something that I've seen on the... that's new to me on here. It's a Galante Infrastructure Hub. And is that like a space station type thing that you can land at, or...
That's what you fight for in faction warfare, I think, or it's just a marker in space.
Okay.
I think that's something like an HQ for the specific faction if you fight for the system.
Yeah, to belong to the faction warfare.
Okay, well, I'm deeper into space here. I seem to be making it. I thoroughly expected to be ganked by now, but
Yeah, a lot of
Lowsec
nullsec is unoccupied.
Lowsec is usually pretty quiet, but you can find like groups of people ganking other people. But most of the time it's pretty quiet because people stay away from it. Nullsec is different because people actually hold the systems.
okay. And the resources here in areas like this, do they tend to be better? I can find higher quality stuff here.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Better minerals, better loot drops from rats.
Mm-hmm.
You can set up own stations for production and mining resources from moons, planetary interactions.
You can also find more rare enemies on these specific factions that you don't normally see in high-sec, or it's really rare.
Yeah, those officers and generals, well, officers I think, and then the battles. Usually after the dawn time, you have a good chance to meet one of those officer rats and get some faction loot.
And I'll bet that most of these are probably too strong for me out here.
At the moment, yeah.
So-
It's really risky to go one person and kill those, unless you have a good ship and a decent wallet.
Yeah, well, I've got the decent wallet part. So, okay.
Yeah, soon you're in deep in nullsec, you should be pretty much okay. The most dangerous places are the entry systems and the exit systems of nullsec.
Okay. I could see living out here, just, doing your thing. Not many people.
Okay.
There's only one other person in like this system that I'm in.
You can build like your own station, so you can have your own stuff there.
Mm-hmm. And would I be protected inside my own station?
Yes.
Well, if somebody decides to take it over with some capitals,
Yeah.
can happen. So being on your own in nullsec isn't really the greatest thing, because on your own you can't really defend yourself against like 100 other people.
Warp drive
Mhm.
active.
Yeah. I see here that there's a territorial claim unit.
Yes,
this-
exactly. So somebody is owning that space.
Mm-hmm. Executive Outcomes is who it looks like owns it. Interesting.
How do you like the view so far in Lowsec?
Oh, warp bubble. Something. I don't know what this is. It's some sort of bubble around me.
Yeah, might be a warp bubble.
See any ships firing at you?
No. I don't see
Then
any other.
it might be a stationary bubble somebody just set up when they left it there.
Come on, that close to gate?
No, Ashburn in a tornado, and he's targeting me.
Okay, burn to the gate, fly to the gate, and try to jump back.
Yeah, I'm losing speed. I'm trying to get to the gate, yep. So, I got through.
Good job.
Great.
Success! Oh my god!
Now run, don't stay in that spot.
Yeah,
Warp drive active.
okay. Cool.
You know, he aggroed you, so he not might be able to jump through, I think.
Welcome, Rollers.
Hello.
Hi.
The rollers.
Markees in Lowsec escaped a bubble and now still alive.
Well, as he already said, he's good at running.
Yes. Very good at running.
I'd still put my money on him dying in that bubble. I would have lost.
You did put a bid up.
I won that time.
Warp drive active.
Okay. Yeah, well, so far so good. I think I've got somebody following me, possibly, named Starman1. I've seen his name several times now.
Yeah, can we?
You got your own personal stalker.
I have more than one.
Might be following you to give intel to the other people in the Corp or the Alliance, which way you're going, so
Right.
they can catch you at a different gate.
You probably saw your bounty.
Warp drive active.
Yeah,
Yeah, along with everybody else.
yeah, but they're not gonna get much of it if he's in the Rifter.
I hope it's one of those inexperienced PvPers. Got an account 2 days ago, saw his bounty, and I'm gonna go after that guy. Those fights are always fun.
Work target. No.
Hey, well, I'm almost to the end,
Drive.
into this pathway that I've chosen. And
Going to take a different path now, or going back?
I have no idea. Maybe I should head someplace else before heading back. So, just because if I don't, I'll be toast. Especially if they're expecting me to come back through. But it is pretty quiet out here. I'm the only one in this system that I'm in right now. I hear an echo. 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 Guess that wasn't very funny. Nobody laughed.
No, you're just
Oh, I heard an echo.
yeah, rollers, I think.
Rolas, are you echoing?
Is my mic keyed up?
I don't know. I just heard myself on your channel when I was talking.
Yeah, I'm on my laptop this morning.
Oh, okay. Explained it.
Warp drive active.
I thought it would be cool if CCP would do some kind of stats for like locators, where they would say you've been located this many times.
That would be spam if you would check it on Markee.
At least like maybe the most located individual in Eve.
I'm sure the other guy who was a top bounty probably had that spot previously. I'm almost at the end here. This really was not quite as exciting as I thought it would be out here. But I guess what I'm going to have to do is figure out what some of the things I might do out here are.
You promised him 3 days and no.
I know. So we're going to make the best of it. You know, I've done some artsy projects and everything where you know, we've been under a time limit to make a short film. You know, we'll work with a bunch of actors and stuff like that, and you know, like a 24-hour film festival where basically within 24 hours you have to have a finished product. And then, you know, the next weekend we all get together and drink beer and watch it on the big screen in the theater. And people get quite creative when they're without certain resources and everything. And so sometimes some very creative things come out of that. And so I look at this as like, okay, so I'm out here, I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but, you know, so now I'm going to make the best of it. So we're going to figure out what the best thing is that I can do out here. And I have no clue what that's going to be, but, you know, maybe some creativity will happen and something will happen that wasn't intended. And it could be cool, or it could be very dumb. Either way.
Well, you were alone all the way in low-sec.
Mm-hmm.
On null-sec. It's always good to have fleet so you can do at least some kind of damage. You're not a one-man army, sadly.
Yeah. So
You're definitely one man attracting a whole army.
yes, there we go.
Markee, I think you've created a new career in Eve.
What? Running?
Running man.
Yeah.
Get the highest bounty and then just run.
Yes. Tag, you're it. Okay, so I'm all the way at the end here, and so there's a Minmatar service unit out here, service outpost. Now it's a space station, and if I tried to go there, and not being Minmatar, what would happen? Anything? Will they blow me up on sight?
Are you in NPC space?
I'm in nullsec. I'm in Fatal Ascension.
Yeah, you don't have any. You'll have to go to an NPC null in order to dock.
Okay.
Otherwise, you just get denied on the station, and then you sit on their station, and then they'll undock and say hi.
Yeah. And what is
There's a bubble. Oh, that's the one you were talking about earlier. I'm on a delay. Okay.
Yeah. So trying out the delay. I don't know how well the delay is going to work out. It really gives me a disconnect with the viewers. A huge disconnect. So, and I don't know if that's, you know, right to do that. So it doesn't feel right. Okay. Well, and what is let's see here, Minmatar service outpost. Okay, it doesn't look like there's much for me to do out here. I'm like sitting on a star out here. And what are the things out here called invulnerable? I've noticed several things out in this area of space that are just labeled invulnerable.
Yeah, that's a long conversation.
Okay.
Basically, the nullsec has sovereignty, which means an alliance owns it, and certain certain modules give invulnerability that have to be knocked out in order for other items, other stations, etc., customs offices to actually go into a state where they can be destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Warp
Okay.
drive active.
Well, I think now I've got to find something to do. And this may be a good spot to end the episode and do a drawing. And so I'll find a little spot to hang out here or something. I don't know. I don't know where to go. How am I going to do this? I'm going to have to fly to some place where I can actually land or something.
You could camp a gate.
I have a feeling that's not going to go so well.
You can try. You can even ask for entrance fees to these systems.
Oh, that'll get me back to my starting point rather quickly. when they kill my pod.
So this is why you bring friends along if you go to nullsec.
Mm-hmm.
So 5 of you can sit on the gate, and then he will talk differently to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. And you say that I won't be able to dock at the station that's out here, huh?
There are sites to see. You could make a day of doing, nullsec sites.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see here. At the moment, I'm heading to the space station anyway, just to see what it does when I guess it's going to deny me. And it is listed, its name is invulnerable, is what it says.
How close is he to NPC?
Oh. Oh, no, I'm getting targeted here.
Warp drive
Oh.
active.
They're shooting at me. Oh, he's hitting me. And I'm making it away. Woohoo! It is Running Man. Okay, let me figure out where I'm going here. Where is my map? Okay.
Farmer says that Running Man doesn't pay, but I've looked at your wallet recently, and it looks like it pays pretty good.
Yeah. Uh-oh, I'm being targeted again. Damn it. And I don't know what the hell happened to my configuration here. My shield thing is missing. My thing that repairs my shields. This is the last ship I was running in, but it's a harmonic warp scrambler. Oh, something else just happened to me. I entered a disruption zone. What the hell is this? Ooh, I just got hit really hard. They're getting me. And okay.
I got mail. You've been killed.
Yes. Oh, and potted.
Yeah.
I see
Markee
the light.
disappeared in Gorham.
What system? Where's the corpse?
What system? Where's the corpse? Shit, I don't even remember. What system was that? Yeah, well, okay. So, I'm dead. Somebody got just a little bit. Okay, so...
Be happy. You lost 419,000 of your 60-something billion bounty.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to work hard at that one. So, Okay, well, this make a good end episode here. Hold on, everybody. When I come back, we will give away some codes. I've got Summer Blink codes and a new account code and stuff for you. So I'll be right back.